self-immolation after losing one's country. Daji, princess of King Zhou.
King Zhou is the youngest son of Emperor Yi.
King Zhou has agile thinking and extraordinary force.
But Zhou was fond of drinking and indulging in debauchery, believed in spoiling Daji, punished innocent people severely,
and used treacherous officials, causing the people to become centrifugal.
Defeated by King Wu of Zhou in Mai, he burned himself to death.
The Yin Shang dynasty fell. The Shang dynasty was a compelling period in the history of China, with a vast territory, a developed economy, and solid national strength.
However, in the Zhou dynasty, it was destroyed by Zhou.
Tracing back to its origin, the emotional story between King Zhou and Daji became the root cause of the collapse of the Yinsheng mansion.
Legend has it that Daji deceived King Zhou with his beauty, while King Zhou was intoxicated with his charm and ignored the court politics, resulting in his defeat by Zhou.
Later generations often compare the term beauty brings trouble to water to concubines of the harem who engage in evil and political disorder. Daji was the daughter of the Zhou family and the consort of King Zhou of Yin, who was fortunate to be favored by King Zhou.
She has dark clouds and beautiful hair, apricot and peach cheeks, eyebrows as shallow as spring mountains, and eyes like autumn waves.
Surpassing the drunken son of crabapple and the rain of pear blossoms, King Zhou established his capital and sang the song of the court, with the national name Shang. According to historical records, King Zhou was born with intelligence and exceptional abilities. He could withstand fierce beasts with his bare hands, ride horses with his body, and was wise enough to refuse advice. His words were often deceitful, and he often thought that the people in the world were not as good as himself. He often praised himself for being both civil and military and possessing both intelligence and courage. According to legend, Daji indulged in sensuality and seduction and had a cruel temperament. He encouraged King Zhou to design various shocking, cruel tortures to stimulate his desires, by appreciating the scene of others being tortured to death.
After King Zhou entered Daji, he enjoyed banquets and entertainment throughout the court,
indulging in Daji's beauty and obeying her without proper governance. One day, King Zhou and Daji had a banquet on the Deer Terrace.
3,006 palace concubines gathered under the Deer Terrace.
King Zhou ordered them to take off their skirts and dance naked, indulging in banter. King Zhou and Daji were drinking and laughing on stage.
Only 72 imperial concubines in the late Zhang's palace covered their faces with tears and refused to gymnotize naked. Daji said, "These are the palace maids who used to be around Empress Jia and resented the king for killing her.
I heard that she secretly planned to cause trouble and murder the king.
I didn't believe it at first, but now I see how they dared to disobey the king's orders.
The rumors of rebellion are true.
They should be severely punished so that others wouldn't dare to rebel."
King Zhou said, "What can be called severe punishment?" Daji said, "You can dig a big hole in the open space of the star-picking tower and then
throw snakes, scorpions, bees, and silkworms into the hole. You can throw these palace maids into the hole and bite 100 insects.
It is called the punishment of the basin." King Zhou immediately made a silkworm pot, according to Daji's words,
with a circumference of several hundred steps and a depth of 5 zhang. He threw the 72 palace maids into the pit together, and for a moment, a heart-wrenching wail of sorrow spread from below.
King Zhou laughed and said, "If it weren't for the queen's clever plan, we wouldn't have killed this traitor concubine."
Upon hearing this, Crown Prince Zhao hurriedly went to Lutai to advise King Zhou, saying, "The law is set for people to be guilty.
And now the concubines have not conspired against it, but have been punished exceptionally harshly.
It is all because Daji mistakenly confused Shen Kong, so the world knows his father is an unruly ruler. Please behead Daji to uphold the court's principles." Bai Gan hurriedly dissuaded and said, 2.
The lords of the world rose against the tyranny of King Zhou.
In the turbulent smoke of war, King Wu of Zhou at Shiji was the strongest among them.
In the Battle of Muyi, an attack on Shaoji, King Zhou had hundreds of thousands of soldiers,
but they had already been scattered and were on the verge of turning against him.
In the end, King Zhou knew that the great battle was over, so he climbed onto the deer platform, dressed in treasures, burned his palace, and threw himself into the fire to die.
When King Wu ordered the executioner to behead Daji, the executioner could not bear to do it, because Daji's face was too beautiful. Another executioner did the same thing. The executioners could not bear to kill Daji and were willing to take her place. Jiang Taigong then put up a demon-detecting mirror, which turned out to be a 9-tailed fox with golden hair. The executioner killed Daji with an axe.